I'll be honest, these are probably my favorite earbuds that I've reviewed in a long time. Now, I know that's a big statement, but stay with me here. I'll bring everything full circle throughout this video. So let's start off with the case. As far as size and pocketability, it's pretty much identical to the Airpods Pro 2. Very compact and easily portable. And just like the AirPods, they do support wireless charging. Now, as far as style points, the Motif 2 definitely stand out more so than the AirPods. You can see they have a pebbled texture with a grippy, almost leather type finish, and it's actually the same type of finish that you get on many of the Marshall Bluetooth speakers. As far as the earbuds, these are very similar in terms of shape and size compared to the AirPods. And because of that, the fit on these is very similar. I've said it multiple times before, the AirPods are probably the most comfortable earbuds in my rotation, and the Motif 2 are right there. The first time I took these out of the box, I had them in my ears for about 3 hours straight, which usually never happens. Just like the AirPods, these do offer wearing detection, so they can pause your music whenever you remove one of the earbuds from your ear. As far as controls, that's where you do notice a difference. Obviously with the AirPods, you have the squeeze controls along the stem. With the Motif 2, you have touch sensitive controls along the outer surface. As we know with the AirPods, you have all of your controls including volume. With the Motif 2, by default, they don't offer volume control, but you can go into the Marshall app and swap ambient sound control for volume control if you would like. And speaking of the Marshall app, it is available on Android as well as iOS. So I talked about the style of the charging case and how it stands out compared to the AirPods, and the same thing goes for the earbuds. I love the matte black look with the Marshall branding right there on the outer surface, and then along the stem, you have this black diamond plated texture, and it's capped off with this gold accent on the very bottom. As you can see, they just have this very premium, high-end appearance, and honestly, it's one of the reasons that I like them as much as I do. As you guys know, I test a ton of earbuds, and whenever something different comes across my desk that I haven't quite seen before, it really catches my attention. And I gotta say, if they ever release the Motif 2 in that burgundy color that they have for some of their other earbuds, I'm definitely picking those up. Now, one thing Marshall is promoting with the Motif 2 ANC is enhanced connectivity, thanks to Bluetooth LE audio. To be honest, I don't know exactly what Bluetooth LE audio entails, but I wanted to test out the connection strength compared to the AirPods. So I did 2 tests, one with an Android device and one with an iOS device. And both times I was able to get significantly further before experiencing any glitches with the Motif 2 ANC. With the Android device, I was able to get ridiculously far, almost to the point I was a little concerned leaving my phone and camera sitting unattended. With the iOS device, I didn't make it quite as far as the Android device, but I still made it further than the AirPods. Keep in mind, this was outdoors with no obstructions, so indoors, results could very well be different. Now, staying on the topic of connection, the Motif 2 do support multi-point. So you are able to connect to 2 devices at the same time. And this is actually something that I discovered on my own because Marshall isn't really promoting this at the forefront in terms of the overall specs. Really quick, let's talk about today's sponsor. So if you're in the market for a desktop lamp, this one from Honeywell is worth checking out. For starters, there's no assembly required, so setup is quick and easy. It's got a high quality full metal construction with a nice sturdy base that keeps the lamp secure. Whether you're taking notes, working on a do-it-yourself project, or if you're an artist working on your latest sketch, this is an excellent light source. It has a 3-axis design, which means you can position the light exactly how you need it. It features a touch control power button that allows you to adjust the brightness with a simple long press. As you can see, the color temperature is nice and warm, and it has a CRI rating that's higher than most lamps, which in simpler terms means the light produced by the lamp is very accurate. And best of all, the lamp is blue light free, glare free, and flicker free, which means it's safe for your eyes. So make sure you check out the link down in the description and use the code on the screen to save 10% off your purchase. Now for the iPhone users, There is something I have to bring up as far as the AirPods, and that is their tracking ability. This feature has saved me on more than one occasion, and it's a must-have if you're someone that often misplaces things. The Motif 2, on the other hand, don't really offer any advanced tracking features. So when it comes to battery life, the Motif 2 are basically putting up the same numbers as the AirPods, with around 6 hours on a single charge and a total of 30 including the case. Keep in mind those numbers are with noise cancellation turned on, so with noise cancellation turned off, those numbers will improve. Now, to help prolong the overall battery health, these have something called battery preservation inside the Marshall app. And basically, this allows you to make changes to the charging parameters if long-term battery life is a concern. And I feel like this is a nice touch because you don't really get that with most other earbuds. For the active folks out there, both the earbuds and the case of the Motif 2 as well as the AirPods are water resistant. So if either get a little sweaty or a little wet here and there, they'll hold up just fine. Moving things along to sound quality, this one's pretty straightforward. The Motif 2 flat out sound better. In my opinion, they have more control, there's better separation between the bass and the treble, and they have a slightly wider soundstage. Overall, it's just a more well-rounded sound compared to the AirPods. The bass is right where it needs to be, it's punchy, never bloated or overbearing, and the treble is clean without coming off too sharp. The other advantage these have over the AirPods is dedicated EQ control. So these have a few different presets. My favorite is probably the mid reduction preset because it gives them that V-shaped type of sound, which is typically what I go for. You also have the option to customize things yourself with a 5-band EQ. And I will say, if you're that person that really likes to experiment with things to try and find the best sound for your ears, I really think you'll enjoy these because the sound is highly flexible once you start playing around with the EQ. And no matter what you do, they maintain great control with no distortion. So long story short, as far as just sound quality, these definitely get the nod over the AirPods. Now let's go ahead and talk active noise cancellation. These actually surprised me with their performance. Initially, I thought they might be on the same level as the AirPods, but after some back and forth testing, I will say that the AirPods take the edge off of lower frequencies a little bit better. The day I was outside testing, the landscapers happened to be out, so it was a good chance to really A/B test the noise cancellation. And even though the AirPods are slightly better, the Motif 2 are not that far behind. And with these, you do have the option to choose between 3 different levels of noise cancellation. Now, when it comes to the transparency mode, you guys can probably guess the AirPods have the advantage there as well. It sounds a little cleaner and it's just easier to hear your surroundings overall. The transparency mode on the Motif 2 isn't bad. If needed, it can be used to hold a brief conversation. It just sounds slightly more muffled compared to the AirPods. Now, just like the noise cancellation, it does allow you to choose between 3 different levels. When it comes to microphone performance, I think both earbuds perform very well, but as usual, I'll let you guys be the judge. All right, so right here we have the outdoor microphone test of the Marshall Motif II ANC. Honestly, I'm not sure what to expect in terms of microphone performance. Like I said, these are my first pair of earbuds that I've tested from the company Marshall, so we'll see how they stack up to the Airpods Pro 2. All right, so now we've switched over to the Airpods Pro 2. I pretty much know what to expect with these earbuds. I've had them for a while, and I've always had really good quality with the microphones. So we'll see how they stack up compared to the Marshall Motif II ANC. So with all that being said, I think the main reason that these are one of my favorites that I've checked out recently is the fact that they're different. With the AirPods, whenever you put these in your ear and go out in public, you're more than likely going to see a bunch of other people with the exact same earbuds hanging in their ear. With these, that's not really the case. I do think they'll catch people's attention, but the average person isn't going to know what these are. So these have an element of rarity, which might seem shallow, but on the other hand, some people buy AirPods simply because they want other people to know they own AirPods. And then when you throw in the fact that these actually sound better than AirPods, that just adds to the whole equation. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will have the purchase links to both of these down in the description if you're interested. If you found the video to be helpful, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.